Welcome, Cancer Leo, to your July Astro Dice reading. Okay, guys, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. For those of you who are new, this is where I take tarot with astrology and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. So let's get in here. This is what Cancer Leo needs to know. In July, we are still in Mercury Retrograde until the 23rd or the 24th. Okay, let's go. Ooh, you got some South Node going on over here. Some Leo energy. Ooh, using some of your own energy and going straight into the 6th house. Okay, guys. Well, talking about that South Node right off the bat. Going to get that Vesta card out. The goddess within your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity, using her because we do not have a North Node or a South Node, but we need something for visual aid. So she is also about karmic and past lives, right? So, however it is, it's talking about that faded karmic baggage, past life patterns and things you must release. Okay, and going straight into Leo energy. The energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, passionate, and it focuses on the importance of self-belief, talking about your belief system. So it's almost like it's like coming through and just burning right through that house of identity, putting you in this spotlight within that sector over here of your 6th house, of your daily work, habits, physical health. 6th house, please. Where are you? It's like, where? There it is. Okay, guys, there it is. Yeah. So right now it just feels like there's this faded push to completely drain out toxic, it could be toxic egos, prides. It could be strengthening your areas of compassion. Leo is also the 5th house, so it can also be using passions, right? Passions of the heart, self-belief. But it does feel like there's something exhausting. Could be work routines that have been secretly making you sick. Maybe that diet plan that you've been going on, guys, is not working so well. Maybe it's not working for you. Hey, you know, everybody likes keto, but it doesn't mean it works for everyone, right? Sometimes people, it just doesn't work, right? It just doesn't work for everyone. It could be making you sick, right? Over exercising, whatever is going on over here. I mean, you know, maybe, however, let's just dig deep first before we see exactly what's going on, okay? So going straight into the situation. The situation is taking place at the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. Two of Wands, the Hermit, 9 of Swords, interesting energy. 9 of Swords in the 6th house. Okay, so there is definitely something that feels like a nightmare, that's for sure. Picking up that sick feeling. It's like, guys, you're standing at this like major crossroads with the 2 of Wands, trying to plan your next long-term move. I mean, look, she's in this deck, he, whatever, is looking out into the horizon. Yet, and I'm going to say yet because you have the Hermit sitting next to it. Yet, however, this planning is like throwing you into this deep place of isolation, this place of soul searching, and it's also keeping you in this place of withdrawal. You're looking for what it is you truly want. Remember, inside the lantern of the Hermit is the star, right? And it just feels like whatever's going on here, it's quickly spiraling into this severe mental anxiety. And there's that, like I said, that sickness that I'm talking about, whether, you know, whether it's mental health, whatever it is. But it's definitely, now we know it's causing sleepless nights, overwhelming stress, whether it's overwhelming stress to the body because I'm overworking. Like I said, that keto diet's not working. I'm giving, you know, too much at the gym. Maybe I'm hurting myself and now I can't sleep. Whatever it may be, there is something, whatever it is in your 6th house, that's saying, I've got anxiety, I've overwhelmed with stress, and I may even have insomnia. And it's making me toss and turn at night. Thinking about it. Thinking about what I could do. How I'm going to maneuver around this. What's the best way forward through this situation. Whatever it is. Overthinking. To the place of overwhelmingness. Mid-month, please. The moon in reverse. The High Priestess. To the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. I actually like the 5 of Pentacles in reverse because that's a card of being out and cold. Some kind of hidden secrets, illusions, anxieties. I mean, we're still seeing the anxieties of the 9 of Swords. But they're being exposed. They're being cleared away. So it feels like when you wrap the 9 of Swords into the mid-month, it's saying they're being exposed. All these anxieties that I've had, all of these maybe hidden secrets that other people were doing around me or that I was keeping and I couldn't figure out, illusions, whatever it is. Whatever the 9 of Swords is giving you is now being cleared away. It's like you're tapping into this massive, deep intuition within yourself with the High Priestess. It's like everything that was hidden is now becoming clear. Now on the 14th, we do have, what was the 14th? Hold on, my friends. I think that's when the new moon is. I have it written down. I think that's when we're supposed to do our new moon readings. Yes, the 14th, we'll have the new moon in Cancer. Crazy, we have Cancer here. The moon is Cancer. So we will have that new moon in Cancer. So it just feels like the new moon may be helping out in the situation. Helping you clarify things that have been going on around you. And you're coming out with this quiet wisdom, this inner knowing, the spiritual clarity. It's like it's instantly breaking you out of this period of whatever this hardship is and this physical depletion if you're going through that. But no matter what, it's about getting out of your mind and finding the answer to this situation with the Hermit. So the Hermit says, I'm going in to find it, but all I can do is just sit over here and overthink and be overwhelmed. So I'm having a hard time, right? But now you're saying, okay, the Hermit is now opening me up so I can get rid of those anxieties. 5 of Coins in reverse. Like I said, love it because now it's saying you no longer feel paralyzed to feeling like you're out in the cold, like you can't do what it is that you need to be doing. You're trusting your deep psychic instincts instead of this anxious ego and this period of what's going on around you. And I love it because Cancer is one of your signs, zodiac signs. So it's coming in, it's almost like it's coming in over here, Cancer, Leo, to help you. And I feel like this is where a lot of this Leo energy is going to come into play, but it just feels like right now it's, you know, the Leo energy of the importance of what's going on in this situation is more of like, okay, I understand where my self-beliefs are, but how are they playing out for me? It's taking me more into a pride side or an ego side of myself and not allowing my inner self to actually roar, to actually shine. But then you see it here where it's like, it's coming out, right? So let's see what's going on at the end of the month, because I love this. It's almost like the Cancer saying, no, 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 wait, hold on a second. new moon coming in. Now we're going to have the full moon in Aquarius coming out on the 29th. And on the 23rd, that Mercury retrograde is going away. And that'll probably also push you out of that zone as well. Helping you understand where you need to be within that south node as well, right? What path you're supposed to be on. What's that designated path? Okay. End of the month, please. Yes. Complete clarity. Again. So anything that was left over is now saying it's gone. The blindfold's completely off because I'm in High Priestess mode, and anything that was still lingering around where, look, we can still be in High Priestess mode and have our intuition, but it doesn't mean that our logical mind always falls in suit. It doesn't always follow in suit, right? You could have this gut feeling, you could go with that intuition, but then by the time that it starts, you know, it's like kind of like, okay, intuition's not as strong anymore, right? So with that, logical thinking wants to come in and kind of block again. And it's saying, no, I'm not going to allow that to come back to block me. No, I know where I'm going and I'm moving up. 8 of Wands. There's going to be more communication. It could even be more communication, whether it's in the external part of your life, from the outsource and outside people around you, or is it internal? No, I feel like it's more internal for the most part. Doesn't mean that you're not having any conversations with outside people. It just means that you're saying, I'm moving up because I have a better understanding and everything's coming really, really fast and the answers are coming to me quicker. Because all of this is all about the Hermit. This Leo, this is all about that self-discovery, that self-belief. Right? And so here it comes back with that fiery energy to the star. Shit, you can't even. Only for the fact because you said in the beginning of the month, I'm going to go in here and look for the star in my lantern. And what do you have at the end of the month? The star. You found it because of the south node. Oh, jeez. So now you're grabbing it. You're grabbing all of that for yourself. You found the star. You found the legacy. You found what it is you're truly looking for. You just have to listen to that intuition. It was almost like you're waiting for that intuition to take place, to get you out of this stuck feeling within your mind. And then it almost feels like your mind's trying to do it again at the end of the month, but you're like, no, no, no. So, right? You have that frustrating mental stalemate and roadblock. And you're like, no, it's shattered. I completely shattered it. It doesn't mean that you still don't feel a little exhausted. It doesn't mean that you still don't feel a little guarded. It doesn't mean that you still don't feel, drained from this mental battle. It could be physical and mental, right? But we're seeing mostly mental here at this point, right? But then you have this magnificent wave of this, like I said, you're moving up the ladder over here. It's like the Leo's coming in strong. 8 of Wands, that fiery energy saying you have this wave of healing, hope with the star, with the 8 of Wands to the star, because here comes the healing, here comes the hope, here comes the absolute spiritual renewal that's like kind of washing over you. And you're saying, I got it. I got my legacy. I got where I'm supposed to be. Man, it comes in fast though. 8 of Wands, nothing comes in that fast. You might even get a message, and you could even get an outside message that helps you keep hold of that thinking that you were thinking without going back into the 9 of Swords, right? Because it's saying, I'm not going to let the blindfold come back. I just see it though. I feel like it's trying to, confuse you. And you're like, no, because I already seen it as the High Priestess. Absolutely not. I'm listening to my gut feeling. Some of you actually get this outside information that comes in that says, aha, I knew it, right? Or that gut feeling could come back as well with the star. That's just beautiful. So you're on your way this month to find what it is that you're looking for that's going to help you in the 6th house, help you in a way that you maybe never seen coming, because it almost felt like, where is this answer? How am I going to do this? If it's a new diet that you need, bam, there's the answer. Maybe it just pops up, as you're reading in Facebook or you're, scrolling social media, let's just say. Maybe something comes to you. That would still be an external force, right? And a lot of times, a lot of things come that way. It's the craziest thing. When the universe wants to give you messages, pay attention to your social medias, especially when, if you're looking for the right answer. Sometimes I'm on Facebook and I'm looking for something and it's like, aha, somebody just said something about something that I needed to know. Or even YouTube, there's a video that all of a sudden it's like, whoa, I needed that information. And if you feel that gut feeling, things come to you when you need them, as long as you're paying attention. But that's why I love the High Priestess, because it's saying you are paying attention, but something's trying to make you go back into this place of that ego mind. And I feel like the ego that we're talking about mostly in this situation is ego mind, keeping you away from that higher self, keeping you in the place of worry, keeping you in the place of discontent, nightmares, overwhelmness. Searching. You're definitely searching, and you found the answer. Until next time, my friends, peace and love. Bye-bye.